Hi everyone, I am the Beardy Red Viking, and this is yet another VCLT unboxing from the legend that is Shaun the Beast. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today, as mentioned, both in the thumbnail and in the intro you've just seen, I am going to be unboxing a monster, by the looks of it, of a VCLT package from my good friend Shaun the Beast, who is a renowned and well-known YouTuber in this metal corner of the VC. As you can see, he's addressed it to Sigmund the Red, Gatekeeper of Valhalla. He always sends me stuff with an amusing Viking-related name rather than my actual name on the address, which I appreciate, of course. He also warned me that it was a bit of a bitch to get into, so I've popped the seal, so to speak, and I've hidden my address so you can't see it. I don't want people coming and molesting me or whatever people might decide to do if they had my address. Who knows what could happen in this day and age on the internet. But anyway, yeah, Shaun is a very kind and very dear friend of mine. This is, I believe, the third VCLT package he's sent me, and it looks like it's going to be an absolute monster. So I'm going to dig into that right about now. So he did warn me, as I say, that it was double packaged, so he didn't want me looking like an idiot on the internet, as if it's possible to prevent me from looking like an idiot on the internet. So there's two packages in here, CDs and spoilers, and I'm assuming this is going to be vinyl, and it feels quite weighty, so it feels like there might be a reasonable amount of vinyl in there. What I'll do is I'll start with the CDs, as it's highlighted. I won't read out the spoilers, but what I will do is try and not look at things, which I almost just did. But yeah, we've got a letter there, which I imagine has details of what is contained within. There's 2 or 3 things in here that I am expecting, because he mentioned a couple of bands that he was looking to send to me, asked me if I'd be interested in this, that or the other. Can't remember off the top of my head what those bands were now, but they were bands that I'd listened to but didn't own anything by, so he said he'd send me, and he also said he picked up some demos from Ganova when he saw them supporting Crypta at the start of not at the start of January, at the start of June. So I believe there's 1 or 2 demos from Ganova in here, and then there was some other bits that I'll probably recognise when I see them, but off the top of my head I can't remember what they were. So let's dig in. I'll try and do that thing where I don't see what it is before you guys do, but I'm not very good at that. I've already seen one of them and I'm pretty sure I know what it is. But yeah, let's go anyway. So first up, yeah, as I thought, Ganova, Moment of Clarity. This is a band that I believe are fairly local to Shaun. I believe he saw them at the Newcastle Crypta show. I don't know if they're based up in the northeast somewhere. Shaun lives up in the northeast, on the coast of Yorkshire. But yeah, I had to listen to this to see if I'd be interested in it, and it's sort of, yeah, modern, thrashy kind of metal, with some fairly unhinged sounding female vocals. He said they were absolutely great live, and she's absolutely feral, the vocalist, so it sounded good to me. Checked them out, and I enjoyed what I heard, so I said, yeah, please, I'll happily take that. So it's a CDR, with a cool little sort of flowery eye thing, I think. Moment of Clarity, it's got 5 tracks on it, self-released. Looking forward to throwing it on the floor. No damage done. Looking forward to giving a listen to the CD. As I say, I listened to it briefly on Spotify and I liked what I heard, so I said I'd check it out. Next up is, I believe that's probably, yep, that is another of their demos slash EPs, whatever you want to call them. This is that was from 2023, so that's possibly their latest release. I do believe they had a single that might have come out since then, if I remember correctly. So that's 2023, this is 2019. Ellen Hill, I believe, not Hiddle, Ellen Hill, I believe the vocalist is, from the information contained within here. So there you go, it's a card sleeve. Again, CDR, I believe, yeah, but looks pretty cool. Some nice printing going on there. So again, this is 6 tracks on this one, so I think it was 5 on the other. Yeah, that's a 5-track, and this is a 6-track. And I think there might be one more, that might be it, I'm not sure off the top of my head. Let's go. What have we got next? Well, I don't know what that is from the back. Ooh, Unleashed, nice. Fantastic. One of the original HM2 death metal bands from Sweden. They've evolved over time and done sort of more Viking themed metal, but I think they were always kind of Viking themed, but they've moved on a little bit since then. This is, what's the release called? Before the Creation of Time, and this is a Darkness Shall Rise Productions release 2024 under exclusive license from Century Media Records. I think this might be one of their early releases by the looks of it. I do know the band, I've got one of their CDs, I'm not massively up on them, so I don't know exactly when this comes, but it looks like it might be a reissue of an earlier release by the looks of things. Got some cool artwork there, picture of the dudes, and some credits. Fully restored and mastered from original demo tapes in January 2024. So yeah, that's exactly what I thought. It's one of their early releases. Got some cool screenshots and grabs of old promo materials and stuff on the inside. So that's a cool little booklet. Nice, thank you very much. That will go down very nicely, I am sure. Looking forward to giving that a listen. I imagine that will probably have that HM2 buzzsaw guitar tone to it. Next up is Amon, which is the original name of Deicide. This is the Sacrificial 1989 demo and Feasting the Beast 1987 demo. So yeah, Glenn Benton, Eric Hoffman, Steve Asheim and Brian Hoffman. I always forget the names of the Hoffman brothers. I just always call them the Hoffman brothers. So yeah, so this is another Darkness Shall Rise reproduction of some original demo tapes under exclusive license from Amon. Let's have a look, let's dig in if I can. These are always awkward to get into, so I may skip if I have trouble. No, it seems I got into that all right. Let's have a ganders. So there's the artwork, some fairly cheesy looking demons on the front there. I'll get it out so you can see it properly rather than just looking at glare. There you go. And some flyers, posters of some early gigs they did with Morbid Angel and Atheist, among others, Nocturnus. So yeah, this was a Scott Burns demo recorded at Morris Sound, and there was another one recorded in the Garage in August 1987 that was remixed by Scott Burns in August 1992. I imagine this will have the same kind of stuff on the inside. No, it's actually just lyrics and a little bit of a write-up about the band, and then, like I say, you've got the flyers and stuff there. So that'll be cool. Deicide are a fantastic band. One of the classic Floridian death metal maestros, so I'm looking forward to checking that out. I've never actually heard any of the demos. Obviously, I know their stuff from the original release, Deicide self-titled debut onwards. Great band, and I've actually fairly recently listened to their new album. Can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Banished by Sin or something like that. Artwork was shite, wasn't that interested, but it came up and I had to listen to it when I was cleaning the bathroom or something a couple of weeks ago, and I actually really liked it. It sounds great, so I'm gonna have to dig into that some more. I've just looked at this again, so this is what I thought it was. This is the Anatomia and Eternal Rot split from a few months back. behindthemountain.net, so I'm guessing that's the label, not one I've actually heard of, but Anatomia Eternal Rot split with some excellent, I'm guessing that's Mark Riddick. It's got to be Mark Riddick, that, hasn't it? I know Eternal Rot tend to use Mark Riddick artwork, and it certainly looks like it. I haven't actually heard this yet, believe it or not. I've been meaning to have a listen to it, but not got round to it as of yet, but there we go. I am familiar with Eternal Rot. I actually met Pavel, or Grindak as he's called, from Eternal Rot at Fortress Festival with Johnny Mac. Absolutely lovely guy. Spent a bit of time with him on the Saturday. He was only there on the Saturday, and yeah, he was a great dude. And he recognised me before I recognised him, so that was a first. There we go, some more artwork there, and on the inside some little write-ups, some little bits of lyrics and some credits. Really looking forward to that. They're both fantastic bands, Anatomia and Eternal Rot, so really looking forward to digging into that bit of nasty death doom. Okay, so I think that's all the CDs. It is indeed. Before I go on, I can't thank you enough, Sean. You've always been absolutely incredibly kind to me. Every time you've sent me, you were the first person to send me a VCLT. You've sent me some more since. I think this is the third now. So I can't thank you enough for your absolute generosity. And as I say, it's been absolutely wonderful meeting you and getting to know you over the last couple of years. That's the best thing about this YouTube thing that I've been doing, is the people that I've met, and you are one of the absolute best. So thank you so much. If I don't manage to say that again, I really do appreciate it. It is incredibly generous. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, it feels like there's a good few vinyl in here. So, mate, thank you so much. Your generosity is unbelievable. I wish I was in a position to reciprocate to the same degree, but I know that's not what it's all about. But yeah, thank you very much, Sean. Okay, so I've done it again. I've looked at it before I've picked it out, but it's okay because I'm not 100% sure what it is. This is Ready for Death by Ready for Death. Custom quad with splatter edition. That looks like a Relapse Records sticker, but it's actually Translation Loss Records. Right, okay, not 100% sure what this is, but looks cool. I like the artwork. Got a priest with half his face ripped off and some mechanical gear in his face, so this could be some, well, I'd imagine it's death metal, but perhaps with some industrial tones involved as well with that kind of artwork. Who knows? But some futuristic cyber death metal maybe. Well, looks cool. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 track album released by Translation Loss Records in 2022, made in the Czech Republic. Looks like we got some garish vinyl, so avert your eyes right now, Rugger and Sean, because maybe this is why you've got rid of it, because I know you're not the biggest fan of WoW. Yeah, as I was saying, Sean's not the biggest fan of garish vinyl colours either. He prefers the black stuff. I know, I love a bit of black vinyl, who doesn't? But I quite enjoy a bit of garish craziness in terms of vinyl variants, and that looks cool to me. You may or may not agree. But yeah, not sure 100% what that is, but I'm guessing it's some kind of death metal. As I say, perhaps with some cybery kind of tones involved as well. I'm going to shut this box because I've just kind of seen out the corner of my eye again. I don't know what it is, thankfully, but other stuff in there I might, and I think I will, but as I mentioned, I know somewhere in my brain what a couple of these things might be, but I'm not sure. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and just show you what it is. This is Jim Jones and the KoolAid Kids. Interesting. With the release Trust Me. Can't say I've heard of Jim Jones and the KoolAid Kids. Cool. Let's have a look. Dark Descent Records, by the looks of it. We've got ourselves a nice Bandcamp key, or similar, equivalent. So we've got some fairly strange artwork there. I'd like to tell you what's going on, but there's all kinds of things going on. There's eyes, there's faces, there's pyramids, there's owls, there's people drowning in what looks like a swamp or the ocean, there's ants, there's a little smiley face, all kinds of stuff going on there. So that's cool. Got loads of ants on the back. A little bit of pestilence influence, perhaps. Let's see what we've got. So there is Jim Jones and the KoolAid Kids. And some artwork on there with the dudes. So there isn't anyone called Jim Jones in the band by the looks of it. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm guessing this is Jim Jones. And these are his KoolAid Kids: Paul, Steve, Dave, and Scotty. So yeah, I am not familiar with that at all, which won't be new to you because a lot of this underground stuff, you know, you either hear it or you don't. So this was originally released by the looks of things in 1986 and has been reissued in 2023, Dark Descent Records. Cool. Let's have a look. This is classic black vinyl with, don't know if it's the same, yes it is, a weird faced man with multiple eyes and all sorts of stuff going on with his face. So yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'm guessing from some of the imagery and stuff it might be a bit punky, a bit crusty or something. I'm not sure at all. Looks like it's something from back in the day, and a lot of people probably do know what that is, but can't say I am familiar with that at all. So again, thank you, Sean. I will enjoy digging into that, seeing what that is all about. Let's move that out of the way. Excuse me if I'm sniffling a lot, my allergies are playing havoc with me. Obviously we've had barely any decent weather, but every time there's been any even remotely close to sunshine in the sky, my nose starts streaming. Absolute nightmare. Okay, so that is a stiffener. What have we got now? I'm guessing that is the front. There we go. Craven Idol, forked tongs. Awesome. I remember, I think it was Altars of Madness, Matt from Altars of Madness, showing this on one of his thread responses in the past about artwork, and as you can see, that artwork is fucking incredible. Got what looks like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse there, with some dragons above a volcano and all the lava and what looks like it could be people melting whilst watching the spectacle of what's going on ahead. I have intended to check this out, but I hadn't actually got round to it when I saw it. It's one of them, I see all these recommendations on these videos and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to check that out, and then there's so many of them. I remember some of them, I don't remember others. I screenshot some of them. I tend to go on my Spotify and screenshot things to check out and stuff like that, and I end up taking that many screenshots that I don't end up always listening to everything. So this is one that I have seen before, but I've kind of forgotten. But yeah, it's a gatefold, and the artwork there folds out on the back, and there's just more of that scene, and it looks incredible. I recognise that style of art as well. Let me check. It will say somewhere who it is. Where are we? Yeah, Eliran Kantor. He's done a lot of stuff. That's actually quite atypical for the stuff that Eliran Kantor does. There's usually like a prominent single figure in a lot of his artwork, but you can tell from the style, the brush strokes and that. I knew it was either him or one of the others, like Mariusz Lewandowski, or I didn't think it was Lewandowski because again he's usually got one massive monolithic figure on it. But basically I knew I recognised the style, but I couldn't place off the top of my head exactly who it was. So let's have a look. So we've got the inner there, full tongs, the details. Can't remember if Matt said this was death metal or blackened death metal or black metal or doom death something along those lines, some kind of extreme metal. But yeah, it looks phenomenal. With some of the artwork, I'd say there's definitely a blackened theme there. But yeah, the artwork's amazing. It's a cool inner. Didn't show you the gatefold, did I? Showed you the outside of it, but not the inside. That's the dudes. Excuse me, as I say, allergies suck. Nice sort of swirly, marbly red vinyl with different parts of the artwork. So there's the dragons there, and then some of the people stood watching by the lava. Cool, awesome. I'm looking forward to checking that out. The artwork's absolutely phenomenal, so if the music matches up to it at all, I will be very pleased. So thank you very much once again, Sean. Okay, so let's feel for what we have next. I think there's at least, is that 2, 3? I think there's 3 more here. Sean, you are a legend, mate. Thank you so much. Let's have a look what's up next. The Cephalix Theothanatology. This is one of the ones that Sean mentioned to me when he was messaging me about getting this package sent to me. Yeah, I've listened to these. These are phenomenal, and I haven't got round to picking it up. And Sean asked if I had, and I said no, I haven't. So he has very kindly sent me a copy. This is on 20 Buck Spin, the 4th album from the long-running Bay Area Deathless Masters, Cephalix. Get the vinyl out first, because that's come out first. Standard black wax. Very nice indeed. I think a lot of you will know of this band. I have listened to them a fair bit over the years. Bit of an asphyx kind of vibe to them. Listened to them a fair few times, just never got round to picking up the music. It's 20 Buck Spin. If you don't get it from one of the UK distros or one of the European distros around the time it comes out, they're usually pretty pricey to pick up. So I haven't got round to picking it up yet, but thank you very much, Sean. Thanks to you, I now have a copy. These are the fellas: Daniel Butler, David Benson, Adam Kamara, Erika Osterhout, obviously not a fella, and Adam Walker. Earhammer Studios, Oakland, California. Brilliant. Really looking forward to giving that a spin so I can hear it on vinyl for the first time. Great band. Okay, so what have we got left? Let's see. I think there are 2 more records in here. So, mate, thank you so much. I can't get over how generous you are with the VCLTs you send. I'm always very happy and humbled to receive even anything, you know, anything I get. 1 record, 1 CD, whatever it may be. The fact that people are willing and want to send me music, it humbles me and blows my mind. And I you know, it's one of the best things about this community. Not the getting things, but the people that I've met through doing this. I have been lucky enough to meet some absolutely fantastic friends through doing this, and Sean is right up there at the top of the list of those people I have met. Thank you so much, mate. I really do appreciate it. I can't say enough how much I do appreciate it. So let's see what we've got next. Oh, Envig. I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to pronounce it. I've heard people say both. I've heard quite a few people mention this band. I have checked them out. They are fantastic. I don't think I know this particular release. I don't think this is the one that came out this year, and it's certainly not the one that I was first made aware of, which was Gut Void or something like that. It was called, the one from last year or the year before. So yeah, I don't think this is the new one either. By Human Hands by Envig. Let's have a look. Let's find out more information. Cryptorium Records 2018. So yeah, there we go. Some cool Panzer tank kind of artwork there. 11 tracks, one of which is a bolt thrower cover for Victory. Very nice indeed. Those are the gentlemen there. Let's have a look at the insert. Fred Larson, drums. Damien Terry, bass and vocals. Pontus Bratt on guitar, and Joseph Blad on guitar. And then we've got the lyrics and some credits and thank yous down at the bottom there as standard. Standard black wax. Yeah, I've not listened to this one. I've listened to the new one and the one from a year or two ago, because I think it was called Gut Void, something along those lines. That might be another band. In my head somewhere I know what it's called, but I can't think. It's got basically someone's guts spilling out on the front cover, so Gut Void would make sense. Anyway, I'm waffling once again. There's the band logo there on the side B label, and there's the record label on that side, side A. So Envig or Onvig. I'm going to go with Envig because that's what I would say naturally. And then we've got a nice flyer in there as well for Selvageria, Brazilian thrash speed classic, originally released in 2009. That sounds cool. Might have to try and look that up. And Gluttony on that side. Nice flyer. Bestial Invasion Records and I Hate Records. Cool. Right, so last but not least, let's make sure. I think that's the front. Oh, Entrails. Some classic HM2 death metal, as you can probably tell from the... You don't see that font used for any other kind of music other than your gnarly buzzsaw HM2 Swedish sounding death metal. Entrails encompasses the early 90s death metal sound to an absolutely criminal degree, cut in DMM, whatever that means, for a sound explosion. So this is a Hammerheart Records black vinyl issue, as you can see from the sticker there. Or maybe you can't. I don't know. I can't see exactly what you can see. So yeah, I've listened to this several times. I've had it recommended to me by, of course, Dylan, Mr. HM2 Powell, once again. I had already heard of this before. Dylan recommended it to me. It's come up on my Spotify for listening to Entombed and Dismember and other bands of that nature as a recommendation. But again, I haven't got around to picking up any of their music in a physical format up until now. But now, thanks to Sean, I have this. So, never mentioned what the release was called. The Tomb Awaits. Some cool, murky artwork there. Kind of reminiscent of Left Hand Path, isn't it? In style. It's not quite the level of detail, but certainly stylistically similar kind of vibe. And there's the dudes. And some credits, and then we've got the lyrics on that side.
So, me being the forgetful, idiotic fool that I am, I forgot to show you the spoilers/note that Sean included with the package. It's literally just a list of the bands, which gives me some information that I could have done with showing you in the video, such as what the bands actually play. Some information there that I could have been doing with during the video, but yeah, I didn't. So, there you go. Have a quick look at the note that Sean sent me alongside. As well as the notes, I also forgot to show you these two Crypta picks, or plectrums, if you're old school like me and still call them that Sean very kindly picked up for me at the Crypta show that he went to in Newcastle a few days after I saw the band in Derby. You may have seen my video covering that show. A lot of people did. Over 2,000 views I got on that in the space of a couple of weeks. So thanks to everyone that watched that. That is my best performing video of all time. But yeah, I only picked up the green plectrum, as you may have seen in that video, and regretted not picking up the other two because I thought I would have the names of the front lady and bassist as well as the other guitarist. Turns out that they all just had Taina Bergadeshi's name on them, but all the same, I am very grateful to Sean for picking these two up so I can complete my collection. thank you very much.
So that's it. Thank you very much, Sean. As I say, I've said it over and over again in this video. I've probably waffled to an immense degree about how thankful I am, how grateful I am, how humbled I am by the fact that people and you want to send me this music, and the fact that you've sent me so much all in one go. It blows my mind. Thank you so much, mate. I really do appreciate it. That's pretty much the end of the video for me. If you don't know Sean somehow, if you're watching me and you don't know Sean, make sure you check out his channel. I will leave a link down below. He's showing all sorts of awesome music all the time. He's very prolific with his videos, unlike myself. Yeah, always got something out pretty much every week, and he's always showing awesome stuff. Some classic stuff that you'll know, and plenty of underground stuff that, if you're anything like me, you won't yet know, or you might know the odd one here and there, which is pretty much sums it up for me. I know some of the stuff he's shown, I've heard of some of the stuff he's shown, but I've not listened to it yet, and the stuff I'm familiar with. But yeah, he's always showing all sorts of stuff, so make sure you check out Sean's channel down in the description below, and I will leave a link at the end of the video on the end card thing as well. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Take care. Beardy Red Viking, out.